What's up guys? In this lesson, we will be talking about weight distribution hitches, also known as load levelers, whichever you prefer to call them. Now, there are many types of weight distribution hitches, but in this lesson, we will be focusing on the traditional style with torsion bars and chains. We're going to talk about what it is, how it works, why it's important, and when you need to use one. The weight distribution hitch is a little bit different than a standard load carrying hitch. A weight distribution hitch has two torsion bars or spring bars that shift some of the weight of the trailer back onto the trailer and onto the front axles of the tow vehicle. The torsion bars connect onto the ball head, extend under the trailer tongue, and connect to the trailer frame via chains. When tightened and connected, they put tension on the hitch and shift the tongue weight back onto the trailer and more evenly throughout the tow vehicle. You need a weight distribution hitch when you have too much tongue weight on your trailer and causes the tongue of the trailer and the rear of your tow vehicle to sag. This also takes the weight off the front of the tow vehicle, causing it to rise and a loss in control of steering. Some tow vehicles have airbags or air suspension that do not require weight distribution hitches, so make sure to check your owner's manual before using a weight distribution hitch. Some of the benefits weight distribution hitches provide include improved stability, more even tire wear, and less stress on your tow vehicle. You also need to use a weight distribution hitch when the tow vehicle's owner manual recommends it for towing a trailer that is over a specific weight. So, how does a weight distribution hitch work? Well, without getting too technical, the simple answer is a weight distribution hitch shifts the tongue weight more evenly and distributes it through the tow vehicle and back onto the trailer. When we use a weight distribution hitch, we aren't changing the weight of the trailer at all. We're simply giving the tow vehicle an extended lever that we can crank down on and shift the weight put onto the tow vehicle back onto the trailer. This results in raising the rear of the tow vehicle and lowering the front of the tow vehicle. Now, different weight distribution hitches have different weight ratings, so you'll have to determine what is right for you based on your tow vehicle and the trailer you're towing. If you need help finding your tow specs, we cover that in a different video, so go back and watch that video. Lastly, when we use a weight distribution hitch, it distributes the weight across the tow vehicle and trailer more evenly and brings back steering control and reduces braking and tire stress and stress on the hitch itself. Now, let's go through the step-by-step process of setting up your weight distribution hitch. The first step is to get a baseline measurement that we will reference later. We will measure from the ground to the bottom of the wheel well on the front tire of our tow vehicle. Remember this number, we will use it later. The next step is to use your trailer jack to make your trailer level. If you have a bubble level, use it. If not, you can measure the front and back of the trailer to make sure it is level. Some trailer tongue jacks are electrically powered and need to be plugged into the tow vehicle to operate, so you may need to back your tow vehicle close enough to the trailer to plug in the electrical connection. Insert the weight distribution hitch into the tow vehicle receiver. If installing your weight distribution hitch for the first time, you want to make sure that your ball is 1 to 3 inches above your trailer coupler. This is to account for the sag the tow vehicle experiences with the weight of the trailer. You can adjust this by removing the bolts in the shank and sliding the ball head unit up or down and reinstalling the bolts. Make sure your tow vehicle is lined up straight with the trailer and make the connection between the coupler and the hitch. It is important to be lined up straight to ensure that our torsion bars get installed correctly. When connecting the hitch and coupler, lower the tongue jack, but do not lower all the weight onto the tow vehicle so much that it compresses the suspension yet. At this point, you want the jack to be supporting some of the weight. Just lower the tongue enough to make the connection. Next, latch the coupler. Then insert the torsion bars into the weight distribution hitch. This hitch has a pin that locks into place. Make sure you hear a click. Line up the torsion bars to the edge of the trailer frame to see where you will need to install your mounts. Line up your chain bracket mount and install them onto the trailer. They should be directly over the chains. Repeat this for the other side. With the coupler latch, raise the trailer tongue with the jack until it is slightly higher than how the tow vehicle sat without the trailer connected. This will make it easier to hook up the torsion bars. Flip down the chain bracket mount and connect the torsion bar chain. Choose the chain length that makes the chain as short as possible. Make sure the chains are not twisted. If your chains are too long or too short, you will need to readjust the height of your hitch ball head on the shank. Use the metal leverage bar to leverage up on the chain bracket until it hinges over center. be sure to insert the keeper pin right away to prevent the bracket from accidentally flipping down and causing injury. Repeat this process for the other side. It is very important to make sure that your chains are even, that you're using the same chain link with the same amount of free dangling chain links. Next, check your work. You can do this by raising the trailer jack and taking all the weight off of the jack. Then go and remeasure from the ground to the bottom of the front wheel well again. This number should be the same or a ½ inch higher than the original number. If the number is more than a ½ inch, you will need to tighten the chains on the torsion bars. This is because there is not enough tension and the weight distribution hitch is not distributing the load as much as it should. If the number is less than the original number, you will need to loosen the chains on your torsion bars. This is because there is too much tension and the weight distribution hitch is lifting the rear of the tow vehicle too much. Then, just like towing any trailer, connect your safety chains, electrical connector, and emergency brake line, and you're good to go. When driving, you should be able to notice the tow vehicle handling much better, not fishtailing, and not feeling as squatted in the back. Now, let's cover how to disconnect the weight distribution hitch. When disconnecting the weight distribution hitch, it's essentially reversed as the order was connected, minus all the measuring. Disconnect the emergency brake line and safety chains and electrical. You can leave the electrical plugged in if you need it to power your trailer jack. Be sure to lower the jack and raise the trailer tongue to take the weight off of the torsion bars before disconnecting the torsion bars. If you don't relieve the weight first and disconnect the torsion bars, they will disconnect quickly and forcefully and can cause serious injuries. So be sure to take the weight off the torsion bars before disconnecting. Once the jack has been lowered and the weight is off the torsion bars, remove the keeper pin on the torsion chain bracket and disconnect the torsion bar using the metal leverage bar. I like to slide the leverage bar on the bracket before removing the keeper pin just as a precaution. Next, go to the other side of the trailer and disconnect the other torsion bar in the same manner as the first. The torsion bar disconnects from the weight distribution hitch by pulling on the keeper pin. Some will pop out if you twist the torsion bar to the side. Then release the coupler and raise the coupler off the hitch with the trailer tongue jack. Be sure to disconnect your electrical, and that's it. Here are a few important notes to mention. Not all surge brake couplers are designed to work with weight distribution hitches. A surge brake coupler works by sliding in and out as you brake, and the pressure activates the trailer brakes. Most weight distribution hitches do not allow for this type of movement and will therefore not allow your trailer brakes to work properly. So be sure to check with the manufacturer before adding a weight distribution hitch to your setup. Next, make sure your trailer and tow vehicle are loaded the same way as how you will be towing it when you set up your weight distribution hitch. If you set up your weight distribution hitch and then add more weight, your tongue weight and your weight distribution may change and you won't be properly balanced. And lastly, you do lose a bit of ground clearance when using a weight distribution hitch because the torsion bars hang down below, making you more likely to scrape. So keep that in mind when driving over dips and in and out of driveways. And that's it, guys. We covered what a weight distribution hitch is, what it does, why you need one, how to set one up, and how to disconnect it. I hope you found this lesson helpful and you feel confident to install a weight distribution hitch on your setup if you need one. If you're looking for a weight distribution hitch that I personally use and recommend, be sure to check out the links below. My friends over at WaySafe offer a very cool weight distribution hitch that has a built-in scale so you can instantly and easily monitor your tongue weight right there on the spot. And this hitch lets you easily adjust the tension of the torsion bars simply by cranking a bolt. I hope to be making a video about this weight distribution hitch very soon, but feel free to go and check it out now. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.